concerned that, quote, financiers are hijacking America's courtrooms. Now, I think my colleagues, of course, might be projecting. Big corporations, as we all know, are doing just fine. Meanwhile, Republicans are willfully ignoring the fact that wealthy conservative donors are lavishing gifts on the conservative justices of the Supreme Court. So if they want to talk about money in the court, let's talk about Justice Clarence Thomas and the many allegations of ethical lapses and conflicts of interest that came to light just a few months ago. So we're going to keep this simple. Now, first, I have a photo here. We see Justice Thomas with his very generous friend, Harlan Crow, who we've heard a lot about. We know that Crow is the conservative billionaire who has poured enormous amounts of money into Republican causes, funded right-wing advocacy organizations, including those, of course, run by Justice Thomas's wife, Ginny Thomas, who's had, of course, cases before the court. Now, some of these gifts that have been given to Crow by Thomas, let's list those. Justice Thomas regularly stays at Harlan Crow's private lakeside resort in New York, which I hear is very lovely. In 2017, Justice Thomas stayed at the resort with fellow guests from Verizon, the American Enterprise Institute, and PricewaterhouseCoopers, to name a few. In 2019, Justice Thomas flew on Harlan Crow's private jets and enjoyed 9 days of island hopping in Indonesia on Crow's 160-foot yacht, which I've never seen a yacht that large. I'm sure it's very lovely. He actually chartered that yacht himself. It would have cost him $500,000. Now, Justice Thomas also accepted a $19,000 Bible that from Harlan Crow, of course, that once belonged to Frederick Douglass. And apparently, so this must be the same Bible that the justice is using to take away rights from women and gay people. Now, Harlan Crow's foundation also made a over $100,000 donation to Yale Law School for the Justice Thomas Portrait Fund. Now, Harlan Crow purchased Justice Thomas' family home and a property where Thomas's mother has lived rent-free. So the list, of course, goes on and on and on. And if this isn't corruption, I mean, I don't know.